Brooklyn Independent Television.
Your thoughts also directly about this game so far. It's all Brooklyn, right?
This is all Brooklyn. You couldn't have a better night for Brooklyn. And I have to tell you something. You know, we have a lot of college scouts out here tonight. We have two great teams, and we have a lot of good players that could play Division I major college football. And that's what this is all about. You know, as the city councilman from Brooklyn, I represent Lincoln, but I represent all of Brooklyn tonight. And it's a great night for Brooklyn. And I just hope that Lincoln can bring home a big trophy, because we were here last year, and thank God it's not freezing tonight. It's a beautiful night for football.
It's a wet, rainy night.
Wet, rainy night, and I just hope that someday we can convince the New York Yankees to let us play our game on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, so many parents could come. I got a lot of people call my office today. Why on a Tuesday night? So we have to try to address that and try to get that changed for the future.
Well, hopefully next year when Brooklyn's in it again.
Listen, Brooklyn being in it again, and I have to tell you something, 2 years in a row, that doesn't happen too often. But we have great talent in Brooklyn. Football is a major sport, and it's really good because, you know, Lincoln has a new home. Great, we have one of the best athletic facilities in PSAL today. You know, we were able to get that funded, and starting this year, right after the season's over, we're going to build one of the greatest indoor facilities at Lincoln High School.
Lincoln just won a championship 20-14 over Erasmus Hall. They are the PSAL champions of this season.
Move so we can get a shot. This one, Sean.
Well, Giselle, I was wrong. Congratulations on your win, man.
Thank God you was wrong.
You guys, you know, you played your tail off tonight. You really did. Congratulations.
I mean, this is the best feeling in the world right now, man. All this hard work. 4 years of just sweat, pain, running, blood, just working so hard with my teammates, man. And it all just came together. That releasing emotion when that clock hit 0, it was like, it meant the world to me.
13-0 is not a bad number. 13 used to be a bad luck number, right?
That's our favorite number. 13 my favorite. That's all we talk about here. We do 13 jumping jacks, 13 sit-ups, 13 push-ups, 13 everything. I mean, that's all we wanted, 13-0.
Last year, we're at this point. We lost 8-6. We graduated 26 seniors. We only returned 2 starters on this team. 1 on offense, 1 on defense. Everybody talked about who we lost, about last year. Now they'll be talking about this year.
Could you have ever imagined when you guys got together back in August that you'd be sitting here, in Yankee Stadium, city champs?
Well, with the seniors I had, we knew we'd be back here.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
13-0, coach, is a good luck number now, right?
That's 13, baby. That's our number, 13.
What were your thoughts also arriving in the stadium today?
We were, you know what? I was really just locked into trying to, focus on the game. Going through my pregame normal stuff, just training normally, thinking about what would be the first offensive play. Do I want to defer? I didn't know until I walked in the locker room if I was going to defer or keep the ball.
And you could feel the tone of your team.
Yes, feel the tone of the team. They were sleeping. They were sleeping on the bus. I was more nervous. They were sleeping.
Coach, also, you dedicate the season to Manny.
Yes, absolutely. Until he graduates. He graduates next year, so every season goes to Manny, and even next year as well. He's our 13th player. We have 11 guys on the field. The 12th man is on the sidelines, and Manny's number 13.
What did you tell also your team at halftime also?
I just said that our offensive and defensive line is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I think that kids are leaving it out there, obviously, but they need to lock in a little more, and I think that we should control the line of scrimmage a little bit more than we did. They rose up. Our defense came up and played a great second half.
What would you have to say to Coach Danny Lambert?
I said to Coach Danny Lambert, I said, great job. I love him. Congratulations. I think he did a great job with his team. He kept them together.
Coach,
Does it mean any more that you came so close last year and now you bring it home and you win it?
That feels good either way. I think it's my first championship. These kids worked hard. The hours you put in with your coaches and the kids, it shows that hard work pays off.
Do you feel like Lincoln is no longer just a basketball school now? You got it,
We got a lot of catching up to do. It's only one. They got 6 more to go, if I can say that. And they're gonna do well themselves this year. So it's hard to keep up. But I think we proved a couple of years ago, football-wise, we put a lot of kids in college that we're not just a basketball school there for that. I mean, we put a lot of kids in college.
Coach, is there one particular moment during the season that stood out?
The
snow
game. Snow game against Canarsie, where a lot of other teams would have, when you looked at scores, it was 12-6. Whatever. My guys just showed up, had fun, and played, and won 54-0. It was 54-0 in the third quarter, and they showed me what kind of mental state they had. And a lot was said about our schedule, and they showed me how focused they could be. They're never letting down to any team. It's not easy to keep up kids, each week in and out, and especially when you're 6-0 and playing 0-16, and they never let down ever.
Congratulations on your win. I know I was wrong, so I'm going to apologize for that. But how's it feel to have the season finally over and to end the season and wrap it up at Yankee Stadium?
Well, I can't put this in words, man. It's amazing the way we came out all year. This is a 4-year thing for us seniors. So to finish it off like this after we fell short last year, tremendous.
What will you take back from this game and from this season overall?
Well, family. This is a family. It will be a family forever. Once a rail splitter, always a rail splitter. And, that's the Ronald over here.
Did your coach say anything particular to you during the game and also at halftime that stood out for you?
Well, before halftime, the D-line wasn't dominate as we usually do. So he just he just hyped us up, and we came out did a better job, and they stuffed them up. You've seen how they didn't have to, same explosive offense as before, so that was a key.
Now, week in and week out, you guys have been able to rise to the occasion, where some teams may fall short due to the pressure of trying to win that game, because you guys have now played the perfect season of 13-0. Mentally, how are you guys able to do that?
Well, we take every week as a championship game. And this is the championship game, so we had to come out and ball, and that's what we did.
On your win, the focal point this season was basically on Manny, right?
Yep.
The season, how would you describe this season overall? Winning, and were there a lot of trials and tribulations that you guys went through to get to this point?
Yeah, there were a lot of different trials. Where we would succeed and exceed at one point, there'd be a trial that would point out a flaw, and then that week, we'd work on that flaw and to perfect it, and finally we made it here, and we try to make ourselves as perfect as possible.
Now, your coach also said that the game that stood out for him was your game against Canarsie.
Oh yeah, 'cause when everybody else said that it was snowing and everybody else really was wearing sweaters and long sleeves, we came out there with no sleeves, no gloves, like a regular game, nothing else, just like this. It is Yankee Stadium, but it's same 100 yards, same goal post, same everything.
Coming back here again, and this time doing it, how special is that to you?
Well, for a senior, it feels superb. And last year, I was shattered. When we lost, I knew we had to come back here and finish the job, because that's the motto of ours, so now we got to change it.
You guys did that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Download this program's podcast on iTunes. Keywords Brooklyn Independent Television.